Outdoor Fixation would like to thank these companies: Mossy Oak Camo, Hawk Tree Stands, New Breed Archery, Easton Arrows, LACROSSE Footwear, Muzzy Broadheads, Black Gold Premium Bowsights, Big Fridge Coolers, Sioux City Liquid Graphics, ALPS Outdoors, Scentlock, and Cabela's.
Hey guys, Collin Mann here. Hey, thanks for clicking on us and wanting to watch the video about this buck that I just shot. I'm just here kind of reviewing some of the footage and wanted to give a little bit of background about everything that kind of happened. So about Messiah, he's probably one of the biggest deer that I've ever seen in the field when I'm actually hunting. I was on the ground about 150 yards from where we put the tree stand up, and I saw him 250 yards and just had a quick little video content of him, and you know, right away made my mind up that that's a deer I want to go after, and I would have. I went after him, you know, multiple hunts, multiple days, and tried, but he's an elusive little sucker, and I haven't seen him since. So there's always a good chance that he could have been killed by someone else. So there's no sense of wasting a tag on a deer that I might never see, because I haven't seen him on trail cameras or anything either. So. When this all kind of happened, we made a game plan up. I kind of knew where I needed to be, the area, and through this little patch of weeds, essentially, it was planted but then flooded, so it's just switchgrass and weeds, a little bit of beans here and there. There's a beat path that's coming across the field, and every time I've sat, I've at least seen deer there. Most of the time it's a couple bucks here and there, but I've seen deer cross this path, so I knew I needed to be around there anyway. And I brought team member Dalton with me, and he you know, put his 2 cents on things, and we made a plan on which tree essentially we needed to be in, and worked together, and you know, got the setup. Yesterday morning, or yesterday evening, I guess, we got in there about 2 o'clock, and we're hung and hunting by 3. And you know, the Hawk tree stands are amazing. They went up easy, used a tree stand screw-in steps, and you know, up the tree we went. So once we're in, you know, the deer started moving immediately. We're watching does and young bucks come left and right, and then here comes a couple, you know, nicer young bucks that will be great. And we just had to pass them because, you know, they're 2-3-year-old bucks and had to give them a couple years to develop. And while we're watching these bucks run around with these does, rutting and grunting, we caught a glimpse of, you know, a bigger rack, and it was only probably 40 yards, but just hanging hunting, we don't have that best of shooting lanes. So we saw a glimpse of him, didn't get any footage of him, but he walked away, and you know, they'd all kind of scampered away after a while. I came back the next morning and nothing was going on. It was raining, it was kind of nasty. Came back again that night and things took off right away. You know, bucks are moving, grunting, does were coming in and out, and everything's coming right by us. So I knew, you know, if I see something, the chances of it coming by me is pretty good. And then sure enough, here comes does filtering across the field right at me. And then I saw the little fork that I saw the night before, and then I saw that young 10-point that I saw the night before. So I thought, you know, what are the odds that the big buck is still with them? And sure enough, he comes right out and is following all these deer, and the young bucks they're grunting, they're rattling, or not rattling, I guess they're chasing, and that mature buck is just kind of tagging along. He's grunting, snort wheezing here and there, but you know, those bucks are too small, they're not going to do anything. So he's just following them in, and sure enough, you know, he comes in right into one of my shooting lanes that I already had ranged, and you know, 12 yards. You can't pass up a 12-yard broadside shot. And originally I thought he was just a standard 10-point, you know, from our angle and, you know, the camera. I'm watching him moving the camera because I'm self-filming tonight, and you know, you don't focus on the little things like, you know, how long is his tines, how many points does he have. So I saw him and just originally thought he was just a standard 10-point, no big deal. Well, anyway, he came in that lane, you know, I made a good shot. You can hear some creaking. When I'm pulling back, everything's been raining, so that metal-to-metal contact is, you know, very high-pitched squeaks. So when I pull back, I look down, and there's just a yearling down there, but it's eating its cud and, you know, doing one of these, and then it just makes eye contact with me and just stares. And then I knew, you know, I have seconds before she or he, little he, blows and takes off, and then the mature buck's gonna see me and take off also. So while I'm doing that, pulling back, watching, I realize that the buck's not in camera footage anymore. He moved out of my screen a little bit, so I'm trying to nudge it with my fingers and my elbow while at full draw, while not trying to, you know, not scare these deer away. And finally, I get him within end footage and make a great shot, and he only ran maybe 30 yards and got it all on film.
self-film deer that I've taken. And also the first ever time I've seen a deer go down that I've taken. I am pumped. This is the same spot that I put in, or I sat right down there and saw Messiah. He's not Messiah, but he's a mature big deer. We put the stand up last night, hunted it, and saw probably 8 bucks and 7 or 8 does. And today we've seen, I don't know, 8 bucks and 20 does. They just kept rolling. It's been raining all day. I am pumped.